This is Lorena Mora-Mowry from Latina Today. We have the pleasure to have today Andrea Puente-Catan. Hi. She's here in Cincinnati, invited by the Cincinnati Opera and the CCM to complete an opera from her late husband, Daniel Catan, Meet John Doe. Let's talk about this opera, because the first time you come to Cincinnati, you're coming back. Tell us about the...
Coming back, saying hi to friends, hello to a lot of people that have been very nice, very gracious, very generous with us. And it's right now to celebrate the completion of the unfinished opera, Meet John Doe.
Let's talk about the Meet John Doe, because it's based on a movie, 1941,
by Frank Capra. So the screenplay was by Frank Capra, and the whole opera is based on this movie. The main actors in this movie were Jimmy Stewart and Barbara Steinweg. And it's a story about this society in America, or all the societies in the world. How one bonds with one another, and how by bonding and believing in one another, you create a big kind of movement. So it's a grassroots kind of movie theme. The characters do transform during the opera or the story or the movie, and it's just very close to my heart.
So you came here to team up with a group of writers here.
So so we've been together working. We have a team, 3 composers, and we've been together working on finishing the opera. So it was unfinished when Daniel passed, and we just finished the scenes that were a little bit incomplete. So now it's totally complete.
So let's talk about his legacy.
So before I do that, I need to say that Daniel studied in England and then came to Princeton, but Daniel was Mexican. He studied in Princeton with a Arnold Schoenberg student. His name was Milton Babbitt. And then he went back to Mexico. So Daniel had already a relationship with America. Then also the last almost 15 years we lived in Los Angeles. So there's a very, very close relationship with the States. And I must say that all his works, really, his operatic works, have been played by American opera companies and performed by American opera companies. And it has been very important for him, was very important for him. So that's why he decided to have this, to create this libretto and to have this opera in English. And it's his first opera in English. And I know that you asked me about the legacy, so we have many, many works. There are like 33 works that we are starting to move with his publisher. And we have ballet, we have the operas, we have chamber music, we have orchestral music. So it's really nice. Very close to literature. He studied philosophy, so all of these elements: music, philosophy, literature, poetry.
You're an artist. You're a harp player.
Yes,
I'm
a harp player. Correct. Yeah. So I'm from Mexico, but I studied in Canada. I studied in Poland. I worked in Spain. I worked in different orchestras in Mexico. I was a harpist at the opera, and then I moved to Los Angeles with Daniel, and I did a lot of chamber music and a lot of community outreach. For Hispanic public.
You told us that you are very focused on our community, the Latino community.
Yes.
Understand our culture, but also to understand and to see and to learn more about, like, Daniel Catan.
The stories that he based his operas in were by Nobel Prizes, almost all of them. So we have one opera like Rappaccini's Daughter based on Octavio Paz, and then we have Florencia en el Amazonas with the characters of Garcia Marquez, and then we have Sal Si Puedes, which is based on a libretto by a Cuban writer, Eliseo Alberto, and then we have Postino with Neruda poetry and based in the book of Antonio Scarmeta, and now we have Meet John Doe. But so what I want to say is that he was very close to literature. Literature and poetry were pillars in his life. Art was a pillar in his life. he would say that art and love were the pillars in his life, and I think so.
Thank you so much. Something else that we'd like to share?
Just many thanks for your interview, and many thanks to the city of Cincinnati, to the opera company, and to the conservatory.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Pleasure.